I just okay, let's continue from where we stopped.
This call is now being recorded.
Yesterday we did a little bit introduction about power pivots and stuff like that. So okay. So today we want to move on to the next step. So let me go back down the line in case people who are here today are not with us yesterday. So another important thing before we start today's class, please, whenever you join the class, even though you join the class, please try to watch the recordings. It's very, very important because when we start project now, if we need some basic information, please try to go through the recordings before the next class. It is very, very helpful, and you will realize your goal as fast as possible. So yeah, just start to watch the recordings after each class. So yesterday we tried to do this data planning yesterday using our replace function. Then we did some if function and some data cleaning basically. So today I want to introduce us to another dimension or another way we can practice data cleaning. So we already know that some data can be dirty, and yes, we did that yesterday. Okay, let me try to some okay. Let me try to reload it. Oh, I think I saved it yesterday actually. Okay. Okay, it's not safe. Okay. Okay. So we'll be doing something like this. It's basically what we did yesterday. We talked about how to. Okay, now let me just ask someone. I think I will need an interactive class today. So can someone unmute? I can see I can't see everything. The cell content here is internet access. I can see it inside my formula bar, but I can't see the all cell content. How can I see all the cell content at one glance? How can I effect this change? How can I correct this? Who can unmute their mic and tell me how to correct this? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, let me go. Okay, you want to say
Okay, I
something? Okay,
think
let's have it.
you're allowed to try. So I think you put you click on that part of
You click on that part of
This part.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. This part.
Okay. 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 Okay, yes, you click on that. You put it between the rows and the column.
yes, you click on that.
So you now highlight it on
Okay.
So you know I like it on
Is it highlight or double click?
so
Will it be highlight or double click?
so you double click. Did I get it?
so you
Answer. So you can actually see.
I get it.
Yeah, you do. You did. Thank you so much.
You
So you
will
can see we can
highlight
add
it.
this
You
to.
will like it.
Yeah, I've done it and you are correct. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Hello, can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, thank you. So thank you so much for that contribution. You're actually correct. So yesterday we actually effect some changes, but because I did not save it, that's why we can't see the change. I want to, instead of using the replace function we used yesterday, okay, that part actually looks it look manual. It look like something that will take forever. So what is now the best way to actually correct or to do data planning, all the things we've been learning since this day? So we have something we call PowerQuery. So before then, how can I effect the filter? I want to what do you say? I want to activate my filter button. So how can I activate it? Can anyone also unmute their mic and tell me I want to activate my filter button here? So I'll just call names if no one is answering. Okay.
I click
So
on any cell and then I go to my filter.
and then go to my cell.
I'll click on data tab, or what do you say? I can't hear her. Oh, is it my network? Hello, can you repeat what you just saying?
Actually, this they are not seeing the screen, but if you want to activate the filter button, I click on cell and then activate. Go to filter and I click on filter.
Okay, thank you. Okay, before I move on, please, if you can see my screen, can you reply with an emoji? So I know if I should go on or if it is a network.
Yeah, I can see
Oh,
it
okay.
now.
I think,
I can see it now.
I think it's your network. Okay. So if you want to activate the filter button, just have to click the data, then you activate your filter button. So under this thing, now let me tell you something. What we call table orange. We actually told I told you about this yesterday. Table orange is a table that we don't have any inconsistency. That is, there is no empty space. Even though we have empty row, empty cell, empty cell, but still the row is not completely empty. So because this row is not completely empty, we can call this a table. So when we have something like this under the same data tab, I can see some things like this: get and transform data. So I want to convert this one to T. I want to convert it to a table. We can see how it looks now. It looks like a table, right? Okay, let me just do something. I right click on this one. Let's start from rename raw data. I want to name this one raw data, right? So click my enter key. So I'm right clicking again. So let's say I want to copy, right? Like I want to copy the whole thing, the whole cell content here. I want to create a copy, then enter. So I can see raw data too. So I want to name this one. What can I name it? Let me just say student performance. So basically, I don't want to tamper with raw data. I want to see how it looks initially. So I want to do another thing here. We all know that this cell content is a table. All these 20,000 values is a table because there is no inconsistency between them. So now let's make this one a table. How do you make it a table? Whenever you click on any content, any cell contents inside the table, any cell, no matter where you are, if you are at the top, if you are at the bottom, anywhere, just click on anything and click Control T for table, right? So you can see something like create table. Where is the So we can see something like create table. Where is the data for your table? Now you can see A1. We all know what A1 means, like that is from this cell to column M. You can see to column M 20,001. We all know that these values have 20,000 values if we were here yesterday. So you can see it is highlighting all the old cell, and I'm checking my table as headers because there is actually column header here, and that's why I'm clicking that. If there is no column header there, I'll just have to check this off. But in this case, there are column header. I want to click on OK. So you can see it looks mirror. Let me use that name. Like it looks like a table now. So you can see there is a table design tab now, and we have different table style. So in case you don't want that table style, you can click on this drop down. I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue. So now let's just click on this drop down. We can see we have different table style here. You can just click on anything of your choice. Let's say I want to take this one. This one looks cool. So we can just take this one. So now you've converted it from a normal Excel data type to a table. So now what's the difference between this table? We will see it in just a second. What is the difference between this one and what is here? We'll just see the difference in a second. So under our data tab again, we have something we called Power Query. Okay, so we can just go to get and transform data because we actually want to transform this data. We all know the meaning of transformation, data transformation, that is data cleaning. So I want to go under my data tab. I can see something called get and transform data. But in this case, I want to transform my data. So if I want to get data, if I want to get data, that is, I want to import data into Excel. I can actually import my CSV file. I can import from web. I can import from any different place. So where can I get data? I can import it from files, different files such as Excel. We have text data type, text file. We have XML file. We have JSON file. We have PDF file. We have folder file. We have different. You can also get it from different database, such as SQL, such as MySQL. So when we get to SQL, we can see how we will be linking SQL and Excel together. Also, you can get it from Azure. Yes, Azure. So we have the Azure database, we have the Data Explorer and the Lake Storage. Also from different online services and different other sources, you can import data. But in this case, this is my data already. I already have my own table here. So I just want to pick from table already because I already have my table here, and that's why I'm clicking this option. So you just want to wait for it for a minute for it to load because we are trying to transform by data in this case. As I'm clicking on down. So let's wait for it to load. I don't know why it's taking this long. Why is it taking this long? Mm. Okay, finally, after 20 years, welcome to Power Query Editor. So basically, this Power Query Editor is like an extension of Excel. So if you are using Excel less than 2013, I don't think you will have this Power Query on your Excel inbuilt. But if you are using Excel 2016 upward, you should have Power Query Editor inbuilt. I'm currently using Excel 2021. So if you are using, you have to know the version of the Excel you are watching, you are working with. So one thing about data analysis students, so if they do not have Power Query Editor, they will be like, oh, I can't do data cleaning. And that's exactly why I started with cleaning data with functions and replace button and different ifs and other one we've practiced the other time, such as text to column, conditional formatting. So instead of doing that, instead of using all the function there, want to use everything in extension of Excel. So this Power Query editor we can see is like a data cleaning extension of Excel. Instead of you trying to do the text to column, the conditional formatting, all the functions we've been doing in Excel, so it is summarized in this particular extension, which is called Power Query Editor. It looks so simple and easy. So let's just look how I'll be doing it. So please pay attention to this, and when we are done, try to rewatch it because everything you need to know about data cleaning, it's on Power Query Editor. You also need this Power Query Editor when you get to Power BI. So you just want to place your best bets here. So the first thing, we have our Home tab, we have the Transform tab, we have the Add Column tab, then we have our View tab. Okay, so now let's go back to my Home tab. So under my Home tab, I can see I have different type of things. So when I'm done with my data cleaning, I can see something like close and load. Then I have this query here. I have choose column, I have remove columns. In case I want to choose a column, probably I want to see my region now. Or let's say I want to see my assignment submitted, but I am here. So I can easily go into this one. It's just English, then choose my column. What column am I trying to choose? I think it's because it's 20,000, so it's too much for my laptop, I guess. So let's say I'm sorry, what am I doing? I want to go to column. So what column? Assignment submitted, and click on OK. So you can see it's already highlighted. So this is how to use Power Query. Also, I have to remove column. If I need to remove a column here, if I need to remove a column here, let's say I want to remove um gender column. So I have to click on this gender column, then click on remove column. So what column do I want to remove? I want to remove, let me click on this one, remove columns. What am I removing? Oh, okay. I think I've removed it now, and that's why it's done already. So I guess you can see my screen. Can you see my screen very well? Yes, I can notice how the top connection. Okay. People can still see my screen. Okay, now I've removed the gender column and I actually need the gender column. So you can just go to somewhere here where you can see applied step. That is everything I've done. I can see everything here. So instead of pressing Ctrl Z, it will not work here because I've removed gender column and I don't want to remove it. So you just click on this cancel because I actually want to repeat or I want to undo the step I've done. So you just click on this one and I can actually see that my gender column has been restored. No, 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 no. The Power Query is on Microsoft Excel. So I'm scared to actually go back because it took ages to load this particular one. But when I'm done, I'll try to reload it again. Okay, so that's what I did. That's how to use that one. So now let me just try to skim through the use function of everything. So we have keep rows in case you want to. arrange in descending order or in ascending order. So we can also see replace value, which is basically the replace function, the same thing as what we've learned before. So we have match queries and append query. We know the use function of this, and both of them are used mostly when we have more than just a table. Maybe we have like 4 or 5 data set or 4 or 5 tables provided. So you want to match them together or you want to append them. Sorry. Okay, so the next one, okay, we know the use cases of append query and match query now. So we want to manage parameter. We also see the use case of manage parameter. Also, we have our new source in case you want to add more data sets to Power Query. So you can actually just click on your new source here. So you can just click on, that means Power Query is a powerful editor, right? That is, you can work with more than just a data set. Remember, I load the data set directly from the table inside Excel. So I can just add another source here. Let's say I need something from in PDF. I can just upload another PDF, then work with it together inside this Power Query editor. So now from the word transform, what's the meaning of transform? Majorly data cleaning. That means whenever you want to do a data cleaning in a column, this is where you should go. So if you want to do your group by, if you want to use first row as header. So some of the functions that are here are also in the home tab, right? So you should not think that there's a mistake. It's just like that. It's just a normal thing. So we have transpose. You all know what transpose is. Then we have count row in case you want to count your rows. So we also have the text data type. So what's the meaning? We have 2 different type of data type. So how do we know the data type you are in? So we can see gender now. You can see something like A, B, and C. So this is representing text data type. So if you click on this one, if you click on this A, B, and C, you can see we have different type of data type. Do you want to change it to decimal number? Do you want to change it to currency? Do you want to change it to whole number? Do you want to change it to date or time, or only date, or only time, or date, time, and time zone, or duration? It depends on what you are trying to change it. But in this particular case, you all know that female, male, and all these things are text data type, which are correct. So if you look at the we can see 72.5, that's float, that's decimal number. That's why we have 1.2, which is representing decimal number. So if you see something like 1.2, 123, you know that that's numeric number and it is standing for whole number. Where is it? Whole number, can you see? So you can easily get your data type by looking at the left corner of the column header. So what else? Let me continue. We have the dictate data type in case you want to dictate data type, or in case you want to rename the column header. It is either if you want to rename the column header, you can double click. Can you see? If I double click here, I can rename it. Let's say I want to write assignment here. Let me just say ASS, then click on enter. Then what I did here, I can see it's renamed columns. That is what I've done is what we call, I've just renamed the column, and that's why we have renamed column here. But in case I don't like this step, I've made a mistake, I can just erase this step, I can just cancel this step, then I can see it's going back. Okay, someone ask a question. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Hello.
hi. Sorry,
Okay, hi.
I
Sorry,
don't know. It's like as if I'm always saying
I
like
don't know.
some
It's like
I
I think
came
I
late,
always say like I
but I
can
don't
do,
know how to get to
but I
this
don't know how to
place.
get to this place.
Like I don't know how to get
Like
to
I
the
don't know
Power
how
Query editor
to get
on
to the
Microsoft
PowerQuery
Excel.
editor on Microsoft Excel.
Okay. Um. Okay. I will. Okay, let me try to load another data set here. So can you see my screen very well? So let's start from there.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. And
Okay. I think I'm loading my data set. Okay, please let me be done with this one. I will show you later. It's not loading a new one. I would have shown you, but I will show you later when we are done immediately with this one. So just keep that with me. So let's continue. So in case you want to fill a value up and down, we try to look at as much as possible. Yeah. Okay. We have in case you want to split a column, or in case you want to format a column in uppercase, lowercase, capitalize each word, you want to trim, you want to clean, you want to add prefix, or you want to add suffix. So you can also extract some characters. Is it the first two characters? Is it the last three characters? So this one, instead of writing those boring function, you can just click, because it is easy. I know what I want to do. I want to let's say I want to perform a statistical operation. If you just want to click on your statistical operation, what are you trying to do? I want to do a sum of this one. So it is very simple. Instead of, then we also have add column. Maybe you want to do conditional column, or you want to do index column, or you want to duplicate a column. Also, we can see we have extract format, which we have seen the other tab here. We also have some statistic and standard. This is your arithmetic operation also. So we also have some arithmetic operation here. So the view, so most of the time you can see something here. So I can just enable my, if you want to enable this one, column quality, you can see some information about your quality, about your column. So you can see 100% valid, no error, zero empty. That means this particular data set is pretty clean. Do you understand? So you can remove it if you don't want it, but I want to enable it. So you can also click on your column profile, which is basically the same thing as column quality, and also column distribution, which will give us a graph here. I'm not getting my graph. Okay, I can see my column distribution here. Sorry, I should get my graph. Okay, now this is it. Oh, this is my column profile. I should get a graph. Okay, this is it. This is my column profile. Then also this is my column distribution. So if you want to see how much, but most of the time a lot of people are not using column distribution, but a lot of people do enable their column quality. You want to know how many people, how many percent are valid, how many error do you have, how many are empty. So that will give you some information about your error. So you can see internet access, you have 2% are empty. Parent education, you have 5% are empty. So those are those summary we need to. Okay, now let's just do some of the thing. Let's do some data cleaning as we ought to do. So we all know that there's a drop down here. That means the filters automatically enabled. So you just want to click on your drop down. We've done this yesterday, so you should know what and what we are trying to do. In case you were not here yesterday, the recordings were also yesterday. Please try to rewatch the class. It's very, very important. So now I want to change boys. I want to change them to male. And sorry, we have boys, we have male, we have men. I want to click name again. That is whenever we have boys, it should be replaced with what's male. So we want to click on OK. So under my own tab, what I want to do, I want to replace Abby. So let's look at all the functions. Like, do you see anything like replace? But because I do know where it is, I can see it because it can also be in my transform. I can see there should be a place here. We can see the place here also. So you can use any one of them, but let's just use the first one. But both of them are working, they are doing the same job. So it is value. What do you want to replace? Let me click it. It is asking you value to find. Basically, what we've done before. But just an extension of Excel. So value to find. What are you trying to find? I'm trying to find boys. Change it towards male, right? So we want to click on OK. So you can see it has, the change has been effected because you see something that replace value here. So I still want to click on that column again. What do I want to do? I want to click on replace value. What am I replacing? Let's say I want to replace females. Females with female. So I think I have something like ladies also. Okay, I want to replace value again. We have ladies as female. Also, we have Why don't you have have men? Have men. They change them to male. So enter. Now let's click on the drop down here. So we have female, male, male, unknown. So obviously I want to clean this one. This one letter M, I want to change it to this one. So now let's do that. The small letter male, then the one with capital letter M. So we can see we've done that one. But let's look at this one. Something is happening. We have our female. All our female is with capital letter M, which is not supposed to be so. So let me just click on replace value. So what am I finding now? I'm finding FE, capital letter M. Then I'm finding, you should replace it with female only. So let's click on advanced option. Okay. So you can see everything has been corrected easily. So do you understand that part, or should I go over it again? Please, if you understand, can you reply with an emoji or something? Like I know you guys are actually with me. Okay, people are still with me. Okay, great. Okay, I've made the change. It's very easy. So you want to go to your internet access now. Oh, someone said, please explain again. Okay, it's the same thing. I will be doing the same function using this one. So I want to go to my internet access. I want to click on the drop down. So I want to clean this one. So Tijani Fatia, please, can you unmute your mic? Can I communicate with you? Can you unmute your mic, Tijani Fatia?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, now let's say you have a column like this. You have the N, we have no, we have capital letter no, we have Y, we have yes, yes. What do you think you can deduct from this? Do you think how can we clean these particular data sets? What do you think? Okay, let me break it down. This particular N is standing for what?
No, no, nothing.
No, 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 no.
It's standing for no, right? And this no is standing for no also. So this no is standing for no. So we have three different entries meaning the same thing. So I want to replace all the values. Why don't then we make it as one entry instead of having redundant
Okay.
value? You understand? So that's why I'm replacing the value. Whenever I have so I want to click on this column, replace value. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to replace n. Whenever we have n, replace with it no, right? Okay. So if I check my drop down now, I can't see any no there. So if I click on whenever I have n, so you want to click on advanced function. So please try to click on match entire cell context. So then whenever you have no, replace with what no. So if I should click on my drop down, what else? I have NO and capital letter O. I want to change it to no. So you want to click on your replace value, NO, O, replace it with no. So you can see we are cleaning them one by one. We only have one entity for no now. So you want to clean Y, yes, yes to be yes, because they are this is redundant value. They mean the same thing. So we want to make them a singular entity. So that's basically what we are doing. So we want to click on replace value Y. Whenever we have Y, we should change it to what? Yes. You want to click on the advanced function, map entire self content. Okay. So what's next thing? Replace value. Whenever you have the capital letter YES, it should return what? YES. So okay. So you can see some if I should click on this one now. So you can see it has been reduced to no unknown, yes, and this no means that it is blank space. So you can actually replace this blank space with unknown because actually we don't know that it is blank. So you want to click on this particular case also. So click on this replace value. What you find in this particular case, you are finding blank space. So you don't want to write anything there. What are you what will you replace it with? because I don't know what's there. So once you click on OK, so if you look at this one, you can see we have null. We do not have null again. Okay, now in this particular case, when you have null like that, you have to click on replace value. So that's something like this. Null. Then you can replace it with common. So if I click on this one, I still have my null. Okay, you know what? Let me see what they refer to as null. Okay, let's replace it with any value again. Replace it with null. Okay, so now I'm done. Okay, all right then.
I get it now. Thank you very much.
I get it now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. So I'm going to do something. So, okay, this is what I'm trying to achieve. You can see on the drop down now have no, unknown, or yes. Now, this is instead of reduce the redundant value to single entity, and that's what we achieve using our PowerQuery editor. So, we can also do the same thing for different table. So, I will try my best to look at each table and each column and try to effect the change, the effective change we need there. So, we want to go under our region. We have east, north, south, west. So it is asking that news to be complete load more. I want to load more and it's still returning the 4. That means we only have 4 entities there and everything is looking good, right? So I want to clean my SS3. So we have GSS, SS2, SS3. Everything is looking good. So we also have the attendance rate. These are number values. So I don't think we need anything. We need to clean anything there. So let's go to this one. So we only have pass or fail. So basically, this looks clean a little bit. So when we are done with our data cleaning, you can see the steps we have done. Everything we've done, we have just done basically replace value. But most of the time, we still use some of the things here. So we want to click on close and load. So we can see it is already loading. So let's wait for it a little bit. So okay. So we can see this is the clean data sets we have from Power Query. That's why it is returning table 1. So I want to change this one to clean data sets. Clean data. Let me just say clean data now. Okay. So let's remove this one. This is just notifying us that okay, we've loaded 20,000 rows from Power Query. Can you see from Power Query? Now let's remove this one. Let's close this tab now. So we have our clean data set, which was what we did yesterday, but we got this from Power Query editor. That means we did our data cleaning in Power Query editor. So for Baki, are you on the call? Bakia, please, can you unmute your mic so I can show you where we went to?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome. I said Bakia, not Bakia. Is it Bakia or Bakia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so under our data tab, right, we know this is a table. I've already converted this one to a table by pressing Ctrl C. So if I press Ctrl C, I've converted it to a table, and that's why I'm using. And that's why I'm having table design here. So I will click on my data tab here. Under my data tab, I can see something like from table or range because my table I already have data sets. My data is in a table. So I want to click from table orange. But in case the data set is not inside Excel, it is just inside a downloadable file. Let's say in my computer, let's just use, I want to import a data set in my computer. The data set is not currently on my in my Excel, it's not loaded already. So because it is loaded here, I'll click on from table orange, but I want to import another one. So I want to click on from text or CSV because I know personally that it is a CSV file. So let's wait for it. Let's go to my download. We can see we have okay. So we can see this road. Let me just click on this simpler one. Inside my makeover Monday, I have a violence data. So this one is actually Microsoft Excel. Okay, we can see comma separated value. That's CSV. That's the full meaning of CSV. So I want to click on this one. You can see I have not loaded violence data inside my Excel before. So I can just click on this one, then click on imports. So Excel will be the one that will send me directly into PowerQuery. So I want to click on transform data. Can you see? This is basically what the violence data is. So I want to click on transform data, then it will launch me into PowerQuery editor. And this is how we got there. Do you understand now? Hello, do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, that's how to clean using Power Query editor. So now let's look at this. We can see this is the first data set I load, which was the one I did all the replace value here. Now I have another data set here. So that means we can have more than just one table here. You can have like 20. It depends on what you are working with. But now we can rename this one instead of table 1, double click on it. I want to name this one SP, which is just student performance. So let me just start it in from. Okay, we have student performance here. So you can see everything that we are doing is already here. So we have student performance and we have violence data. Okay, so that's how to, let's clean this one also. So let's see how to clean this one. So I want to remove this record ID. So I'll just go to my remove column. So you look at this one. Can you see anything like remove column? Yes, I can. So you want to click on this one, remove column, because I want to remove this particular thing. Then you can see you have removed the column. So this Afghanistan, this country, you want to look at it. It looks clean. Let's load more. Let's look more of this. Okay, let's look more of it. The stuff look clean, like the name look clean. So you just want to click on OK. So look at the gender. You want to replace F and M. That is, you want to replace F to be female, then M to be male. So you can just click on this one. Let's use this transform. Then you want to go to replace value, which is basically what we've been doing since morning. So F, and you want to replace it with what? Female. Then also you want to do place value. You want to do n. You want to replace it with what? Male. And you can see the change has been effected. So we want to look at the demographic question. You can see it looks clean. It's just a simple data set. So want to look at our demographic response. It looks clean also. And then the questions, which looks clean. Now let's look at this something. Now we have our values, obviously. This is just value. You can't tell if it is clean or not clean. So now let's look at this particular year. Please, if you can see my screen, please reply with a thumbs up, please. Or if you are with me. Okay, people are still with me. Okay, good. Okay. So now let's say I want to know, we can see we have the date here, and we have this data type, it looks like a calendar here. So if you look at this, it is giving us a date because this is actually a date. We have the what was 1 1, that's the day, then we have the month, then we have the year. But in this case, I don't want to know, I don't have anything to do with the day. I don't need anything with the months. Or let's say I need the day to be in separate column. I need the months to be in separate column. I need the year to be in separate column. Just like how we do it in text to column. We all know I've taught us that one before. So because I want to split column, so we look at all the let's start from home. Look at everything there. I use something like split column there. Look at this, look at everything there. Choose column, remove column, keep column, that result in a column there. So you can actually data from you can also split column there. Whichever one you use, you are going to get the same end result. Let's do this transform. Now it's asking you, how do you want to split this column? You can, if you say by delimiter, you are correct. If you say by number of characters, because here character now, so you can say yes, but let's just use by delimiter. So it is asking you what's the delimiter? It is what do you call it? It is slash, so it is correct. So it is asking that when should I split it? Is it at left mode or is it at right mode or at each occurrence of delimiter? Because I want to have different column for day, for month, for year. So I'll click on each occurrence of the delimiter. So I'll click on OK. So once I click on OK now, we can see the subject year has been split. Let's say this is the day, we have the month here, then we have the year here. So if you are not sure if that's the day, you can just click on this one. We only have year. Let's say load more. Maybe this is just January only. So this might be the month. So let's look at this one. Okay, maybe first day, first day. So anyone can be the day, anyone can be the month. So let's say this is the day. This is the month. So you can see how I'm renaming it by just double clicking on it on the column header. This is the month. Then this is what? This is the year, right? So now, instead of my year to be in date, I can see something like 2006. Now let's just load more. Let's see all the year. You can see from 2000 to 2018. Everything is now in a separate column. So in case I want to join, let's say we have first name, second name, third name, or let's say we want to join this particular month together, you can just click on, we want to match column in this case now. So now let's look at everything. You have match column here, but it is not, what do you say? It is not enabled now. So now let's just click on this day, hold your control key, click on months, hold your control key also, click on year. You can see the three columns has been highlighted. So you can see the match column is now enabled. Then you want to click on your match column because let's say I want to match them together now. So it is asking for your separator. Do you want anything to separate them? So yes, I want let's say custom now. What do I want to separate them? Let's say hyphen. So what's the name of the column? So I want to name it dates. I want to click on OK, and you can see this is what I've created. So I splitted it and I joined it together. This is just for, I'm just doing data cleaning. It depends on what I'm trying to do. So I can see it is now date, then I can see my day and my month and my year has been joined together. So do you understand that part, or do I need to go back again? If you understand, please reply with an emoji so I know you guys with me. So no one understands. Aha. Okay. So yeah, basically data cleaning is very fun on in Excel, sorry, on PowerQuery. So when you are done, you want to go to Home tab, then close and load. So you want to click on close and load too. Then it will ask you what do you want to load inside the table. Yes, okay. When it is loading, you can see the violence data that we just cleaned is now here. So let's close this one. I can see my violence data that I've cleaned is now here. So do you understand how to use PowerQuery now? Okay, great. So okay. Yesterday we also talked about Power Pivots. So I just think, let me go over the power pivot again because we will be needing that in the midweek. Let me see, I have to give you some data. This is the raw data set for students' performance, and this is the student performance the table. So let's just do this two. My God. Okay, we all know that this is the clean student performance data, and this is the violence data. So how do I get to um upload this into my Power Pivots? So the only thing you need to do is click on one of the cell content. Anywhere you click on, go to your insert tab. So you can see something like Power Pivots. You don't need to download any extra file or extra app. So you can see something like pivot table, sorry. So you just want to click on your pivot table. So it is now asking you that, okay, is it violence data? What's violence data? That is all the file here. So you just want to click on new worksheet. That is, you want it in a new worksheet. If it is an existing worksheet, you click on existing worksheet. Well, in this case, I want it to be on a new worksheet. That is, my pivot table should be on a new worksheet. So I want to click on OK. So I can rename this sheet to into pivot table. Then maybe open my bracket for violence. That is for violence data. So the same thing. So now I can just click on my cell, my pivot table cell here. So now let's say I want to count the number of gender that I have. This is just an exploratory data analysis. So we have different type of data analysis. You have descriptive data analysis, you have predictive data analysis, you have exploratory data analysis. So what we are trying to do here is explorative data analysis. Explorative means that you are trying to explore the data set. You know, in this particular case, I don't even know I'll be using violence data in this particular lesson, but I'm trying to explore. I want to get some information about violence data set. Okay, how many, which gender face the most gender violence, is the brunt, is at the receiving end of gender violence. So you want to know if it is the male gender or if it is the female gender. So the first thing is you want to drag this your gender into the rows, and you can see it has been summarized. We have female. But now I want to count my females, I want to count my male. So you also drag this gender also into values because you want to give it a value. So you can see we have 6,300 people as 6,300 female are suffering from gender violence. Also the same thing as male gender. So in this case, we can conclude, we can reach a conclusion that, oh, this is the particular gender that's at the receiving end of gender violence case. Okay, so you want to copy your pivot table because you want to make another one. Control C, then do Control V. Right. So now let's say we are done with one. But now let's say I want to know the country that has the most gender case. Is it Afghanistan? Is it Syria? Is it Israel? Is it no? We just want to know the country. We want to explore. So if you click on this checklist, you will actually see it will be loaded in rows. But you can actually drag it to. Let me drag this one out. So you can drag it to your columns and it will actually be in your column. But in a way, a lot of people do not prefer the column. So it is preferred to be dragged inside the row, but it's the same thing. So now, because I want to know the country that's that's the most that suffer from the gender violence the most, so I'll just drag the country into values also. So I can actually see that everything, because this is a dummy data set, every country has the same number of gender violence. So because this is a dummy data set, that is, it is not a real data set, it's just for practice, and that's why we have the same value there. So now let's also copy our pivot table and paste it again. So we've explored the country. We can see that they have the same gender violence case, the same thing as gender. Okay, let's just go to dates. Okay, now let me drag it. Let me drag it. If you want to remove it, you just have to drag it away. So now let's do dates now. We want to count, okay, which day is recursive. So we actually have some data that are more. So now, because I want to sort this one in descending order, I want to know, okay, where do I have the highest gender violence recorded case. So you want to do, because this is the value, you right click on the value, then you can see something like sort. So do you want to sort from largest, smallest to largest, or largest to smallest? I want to arrange it in descending order. So once I arrange it in descending order, I can easily tell that we have the most recorded case in January 1, 2013. We have 1,980, followed by 2015, followed by 2014, followed by 2016. So you can actually make some information that, okay, maybe what's the most recent year? That's 2017. That's 1 to 60. From 2000 to 2009, we don't have much data sets, but lately, now look at how I'm making decision. This is 2000. I can see 2001 year. This 2000. This 2001. This 2002. This 2003. Sorry. This 2003. This 2000. Where is 2004? We don't have. This 2005. 2006. We can see we don't have most a lot of gender violence case between 2000 to 2006, or let's say to 2010 safe. So you can just propose that gender violence case started hitting the roof at, or let's say starting from 2011, and it skyrocketed at in 2013, but adequate measure has been done because at 2018 we have a lesser gender violence case as recorded as compared to what was recorded in 2013. So that means before 2010 there are gender violence, but it's not as much as in the 2011 to 2020 decade, but it hit the roof at 2013. But there have been some measures that have been done, and that's why we have at 2018, which is the most recent date, we have a lesser data set, a lesser gender violence case. That means in 2025 I'm expected to have a lesser, if the measure is kept in place, right? If we put all measure in place, what reduce this particular gender violence case from 2013 to 2018, we have almost 2,000 here, then we have almost 400 here. So if we still put the same measure in place, so by 2025, I'm proposing, now that's a predictive analysis. I'm proposing that by 2025 we should have no gender violence case again. Okay, so that is just exploratory data sets. Then we can explore more here. So now let's do the same um for our student performance. So you just click on any cell content there. Once you click on any cell content, you want to go to your insert tab, then you want to go to your pivot table. So if you click on the drop down, it is asking you from table orange, because this is a table, so you just want to click on yes from table orange. So it is asking you it is okay, it's asking you clean data D2 only, so you want to cancel it now. Probably I've done something. So let's click on, so it is asking you student performance, and you can see it is actually highlighting the whole table. So you just want to click on OK. Instead of, so let's rename it to pivot table 3, right? So now let's explore this particular student performance too, even though we've explored it yesterday. So now let's explore it again today. The first thing you want to ask is how many gender are in this school. So you can just click on, if you click on this checkbox, you can see it is already in my gender. So now let's say I want to give it a value. I want to know how many gender, how many male do we have in this particular school, how many female. So you just drag it into your value, and we can see we have more male than female. So to sort this one, maybe in ascending order and descending order, you want to click on one of these value, one of these numerical value. So right click on it, so you can see some a function or an option called sort. So if you click at the dot, and you can see, do you want to sort from the smallest to the largest or largest to smallest? In this particular case, I want to sort from largest to smallest. So you can see that okay, we have male, we have more male than females in this uh, particular school. So you want to copy your pivot table. So I want to be sure that I'm not the only one. Do you understand what I'm trying to do, or you are lost? Oh, okay. I guess people are still with me. So you want to many people pass or fail. So you want to drag this one. You can see we have pass or fail. So sorry, let's click on the pivot table again. Then we want to drag it here. Let's drag it into our value. So you can see a lot of people fail than pass in this particular school. Okay, what can be done, or what's the root cases? Is it because of did not submit assignments, or is it because they are not disciplinary action, or is it because of their health status? Now let's look at health status here. Let's copy this one. So if you see something like snake around it, that means your control C is still active. So because my control C is still active, I want to press control V and I can actually see it. Because even I've only pressed control V. So if I can press another control V also here because my control C is still active. So I can press my escape key to stop. So can you see it stops? So now let's say pet status here. To I can drag this gender off by like this, or I can check it off. I can check the checkbox off here. So let me delete this one. So let's check this gender place off, and you can see we have a name private table there. So what do you want to do? Edit status. So we have good, fair, poor. So I want to know how many people have poor. Okay, a lot of them actually have good health status. Okay. So we can also sort it here. Can also sort it like this. Okay, a lot of them actually have good health status, so we can't say because of their health status. Now let's look at their school type. Maybe because a lot of them attend private school or public school. Now let's go out to their school type. So let's put it into values. So now let's sort this one. So we can see a lot of them went to public and a lot of them went to private. Now let's look at something. This is what we call inadequacy in analysis, and it's a mistake. Now we all know that priv dots and private, they mean the same thing, and now they are being given different value. So that's why you need to clean your data. Imagine you just reaching a conclusion that we have 199 people, 1,999 people that attend private school, which is not supposed to be so. It is actually supposed to be 1,999 plus 996. So you have to you have to change this priv dots to private. So you should have the accurate number of people that actually attend private school. But in this case, I'm seeing that a lot of them attend public school. That might be the case. That might be why there are a lot of failure. Maybe because a lot of them attend public school. Maybe if they've changed to private school, maybe the results will be better. So that's just how to reach a conclusion. I think I'll be stopping here for today. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask me before we call it a day. Yeah, please, can you guys hear me? Okay. So I'll take the silence for a no question. So thank you guys for joining. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. Yeah, we'll meet next class. Okay, before the next class, let me reiterate on what we said the other time. Before the next class, I will try to record a YouTube video. So everything that I'm doing in that video, try to replicate. That will be your first assignment. So it will be majorly be on data cleaning and EDA, that's exploratory data analysis. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys for joining. I really
Sorry,
appreciate.
sorry,
Have a good day.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I can hear you.
Please, I don't
Yeah, I can hear you.
understand.
Hello.
Please, an
Assignment was given yesterday.
assignment was given yesterday.
I thought an
Oh, the
assignment
assignment that was given yesterday,
was
the
given
deadline
yesterday.
is
I thought
actually.
an assignment given
One.
yesterday.
Were you? Are you
Was
asking? Are you asking about
what
the?
about
I can't hear you. Are you asking about the assignment deadline?
My God.
Okay, repeat yourself, please.
Yes, like when I was submitting,
yes, like
The deadline for
Now
that.
for meeting.
Okay, the deadline is actually supposed to be before next week Saturday. That's what she meant by next class. Do you understand? That is
Okay,
the
you
class
said
we are
before
having
the
by
next class,
next.
right?
Okay, you said before the next
That's actually supposed to be.
class, right?
That would be before next Saturday. So that means before next Saturday. That means before 4 p.m. Saturday, you'll be having 2 assignments to submit. Do you understand?
The assignment.
Yeah, when we this class video be dropped, hopefully
The assignment.
before tomorrow. What do you say? The assignments, both of the assignments you were given, just know that the assignment, the new assignment and the old assignment, the deadline for it will be before Saturday 4 p.m. Do you get now? Okay. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, yes. Mm, yes.